As I'm coming up in a year now of having been saved by the Lord and surrendering my life to Him, I learned something very early on from His Word. I learned from a book in Jeremiah, a verse actually. It's from Jeremiah 29:11, that His plans for me are not to harm me, but to give me hope for my future, and that when I seek Him wholeheartedly, I will find Him. But I will not lie that in December I had a little trouble believing that, because I had to navigate through some really dark stuff that I was kind of going through. One of those being a situation where I got into an argument with my father. And this hits hard for me because I've never had that father-son relationship with him. And right after that, I found out that my friend passed away. And that hit even harder because it was someone I knew from middle school, someone I've known for a long time. And so it hit me pretty hard, and I was frustrated again because I didn't know how to handle frustration. And then I decided I wanted to go out on a drive, as driving brings peace to me. It calms me down a little bit. But in stopping to put gas, I was brought back to thinking about my friend and thinking about the situation with my dad. And that brought back frustration in me, because I realized that I couldn't control any of this. I couldn't control my frustration. It was just coming out. In a moment of distraction, as I turned around, I got punched in the face. And again, I was put in another situation that was pretty hard for me. And so because I was sucker punched, it threw me back into my car, and I didn't know how to handle that. And so I just got in my car and I drove. And I was frustrated again. And I had to come to God because I was mad at myself for not doing anything. I was mad at the moment. I was just mad in general. And I was mad at Him because, going back to His promise, it was hard to believe that He would want to harm me, but would also put me in a place like that. And so in December, I had a hard time believing His promise. But I quickly realized, and was brought to realization, that it was not to harm me, but more to teach me. Because He loves me that much that He would want to teach me, even in moments of despair. And I learned something that night. Even though I was going through something so tough, to just seek Him. Like His promise says, seek Him wholeheartedly and you will find Him. And that night, I sought out to Him, and I found Him because He taught me. He taught me to pray for others. He taught me to have a heart of flesh and not a heart of anger. He taught me to pray for my father, even if we weren't in the right circumstances. He taught me to pray for my parents' family, who had just lost a son and a brother. But the hardest lesson that I had to learn that night was to pray for someone who had hurt me, who had hurt my pride, who had hurt me emotionally, but also physically. It was the hardest lesson I had to learn, because God loves me that much that He wants His love for others to be what I express in that way too. That I wouldn't seek to judge this person, that I wouldn't seek justice, that I would have the humble heart and the God of love that would allow me to pray for this man, because I didn't know his story. I didn't know what led him to do that. But I am no one to judge him or even seek justice, because I could have easily done that. Because I was there once. I was in his position. I wasn't anywhere near God. I did horrible things. I almost even did the worst thing possible and almost jumped off a bridge. And even then, God loved me so much that He has done so much in the year for me and for my family and the people around me. And so I come to realize also that God has been my light through all this darkness, that I can continue to cling on to Him and He will get me through the darkness, because He's the brightest light. And He loves me. He loves all of us. And so, my name is Gustavo, and I am loved by God.